Shebeshkt is terrifying to the music industry, not just because of the way he looks, but because of the things that he does. As some people were praising him for escaping the so-called thug life and poverty, others were feeling like he's the problem to the society.
No, I was asking about Shebeshkt. How do you feel about him?
Why are you saying tracker shitra at the same time? How does that even make sense?
This guy should not be with us in society. Man should be in prison or should be under the grave. Let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade.
Is he ever gonna be in a billboard anytime soon? Epalwe Coke Studios or whatever. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Shebeshkt was born in 1995 in Limpopo, Leboa, South Africa. He grew up in a very complicated family. His father was a street hustler and his mother was a teacher. And due to the life differences, they ended up separating while Shebe was very young. This had a negative impact on Shebe's life because his father's presence ended up being absent. Now, without a father, Shebeshkt started to engage with the gangster life, being influenced by his brother's everyday played music, which was hip-hop. He also tried to rap, but it didn't work out. It wasn't his time yet. He did finish matric in high school, but education, it wasn't the way for him. After dropping out of college in 2015, Shebe welcomed his first child, which ended up passing away in a very painful way. But we will get into that soon. Now, Shebe didn't know what to do. The grade 12 certificate couldn't get him even a small Anyana job to take care of his daughter. So he ended up doubling down on his street life, becoming a general. But as you know, this life comes with a cost. You gain some and you lose some. He now can take care of his daughter and himself with what he got during the hustling days. But also he lost so many friends in the street life. They had to be very carefully walking outside because they can get shot at any time by other gangs.
We shift our focus to this story now. The Hawks in Limpopo have seized numerous rifles, pistols and ammunition at a suspected illegal firearm training facility on a farm in Mudamule.
Lieutenant General Labia are at the scene of a major shooting in Louis Trechard in Limpopo. Police there shot and killed 18 cash in transit heist suspects. Let's go to our reporter Mahlako Kamani.
That's when he realized he had to change some few things. The street life was getting hot and dangerous, and he knew that once it dies, it's most likely his daughter will grow in poverty. So he had to change the way of his living. He decided to focus on the music for the last time now. But the funny part of the story is that the studio that he recorded his first single, he was there for breaking in and stealing, not recording. But his mind changed when he got inside. There were kids recording, rapping and playing beats. Then he decided to jump into. A few months after his song Kedeshidi Malume was dropped, his music was picked up by TikTok algorithm, pushing him to be seen by the new audience. His song was super viral to a point where you even find big celebrities using it on TikTok.
You see, sometimes I've heard it can be very difficult because when you're a part of a gang, obviously, enemy and rivalry gangs. So now, don't you have a fear when you're on stage or traveling that's when they can pounce to say, no, I'm a daughter,
Now, Shebe is famous, but he didn't notice that the gang life that he left behind was still catching up on him. The way he out here and there in his performances, and sometimes he would just get drunk and act in a way that might end his career. He once beat a fan, and he also hit another one with the bottle, and also threatened another one at one of his shows. You see, if you're really someone who's really trying to capitalize on the music industry, you would stay away from these actions and try to be professional as best as you can. But that was not the case for him. He wanted to look like a troublemaker. He didn't want to change at all. And luckily, it was working because he ended up getting a sponsorship with Lamborghini. But from there, things started to take a left turn that would nearly end his life. And even himself, he still wishes that he didn't survive that day. Shebeshkt was traveling with 3 passengers to perform at the ANC Siyanqoba Rally celebration concert in the northern Limpopo province on Saturday, when the car collided with a heavy motor vehicle and overturned. Sadly, one of those passengers was his 9-year-old daughter. When the news broke, the fans were heartbroken too. And not only to focus on the bad side, there were a lot of comments from the fans not knowing what really happened. After some time, Shebe tweeted, and I quote, "My heart is so broken. I'm trying to adjust the incident that left me in trauma and in so many tears. Losing food was enough, not to lose my daughter." The fans and the industry friends were very sad when they heard the news. Condolences and prayers from other celebrities and the music community has been pouring in too. Limpopo Artists in the Movement said in a statement, "We cannot imagine the pain and the grief they must be experiencing, but we want them to know that they are not alone. The entire artistic community stands in solidarity with them, offering comfort and support." Shebe is not just a talented artist, but also a valid member of our creative fraternity. After some days, the statement was released about the incident, but the cause of the crash was still under investigation. But we found out that this was Shebe's second car accident in 2024. Back in January 2024, Shebe was involved in another crash which left him unharmed, but his car was written off. This was a bad look for Shebeshkt, since so many people were impressed about his transformation, leaving the dark life behind him, and majority of people were questioning his so-called popularity/positivity. And you would think that maybe people are just hating on him because he is successful. Well, it might be possible and not at the same time. You see, just after his daughter passed away, some of us were really disappointed, because after just few days from there, he was seen drinking on the steering side of the car, which meant that he was the one who was driving. And as always, the internet cooked him again.
He didn't know Shebeshkt.
I didn't know him.
Wow.
In fact, when I sat here, I asked if this is the exact same chair because I wanted to bring it to Mestos.
How?
Yes.
Tracker.
Marukezi.
Kezile.
Maragashi is a language song this year.
Shebeshkt, in a perfect world, you would be 6 feet under and your daughter would be in school right now. In a perfect world, my brother. The life that you're living shows that you have learned absolutely nothing. Have you not learned anything? Stop listening to the clowns around you that are just getting money from you and actually take some solid advice and change, my brother. Change. And now you're coming up with a documentary or something at the end of September talking about my life, my story. I don't give a damn about your life. I don't give a damn about your story. I give a damn about the kid's story. I give a damn about the kid's life. Have you not learned nothing from what you went through? You almost lost a leg, almost lost your livelihood because you wouldn't be able to make money had you lost a leg, and the people around you, they wouldn't be around you anymore. But then you have bums talking about, no, Shebeshkt is this, Shebeshkt is that, trying to defend this clown. This guy should not be with us in society. Let's keep it all the way real. Man should be in prison or should be under the grave. Let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade. This man is out for destruction, and he will destroy anybody that he comes along in his path. Guys like this do not change. They are scums of the earth. They do not change. It is what it is. 2 months ago, they lost their daughter, and they out here just like, bro, do you not have self-respect? And the thing is, when he gets into another accident, he's gonna kill other people, and this bum is still gonna live.
Despite the many controversies and personal tragedies that had marked Shebe's journey, on the podcast and chill, he seemed to be a very different character than the one he's trying to portray. He says some few positive things like, crime is not fine. You either turn to being nothing or you die. Crime can make you cash faster, but it is obviously short-lived. It's so crazy that we see most of these kids being influenced by me to carry knives in public. That is not cool.